What up? What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Transformation Tuesday. One of my favorite 8 o'clock lives, of course, because of me. No, I was kidding. Hey, it's Tuesday, man. You know the drill. Go ahead and tag your friends. Let them know that we are live in the studio. We're live on our public page as well as on our YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go subscribe to our YouTube channel. I see folks chiming in already. What's going on? Pull up on us. We'll start right at 8:03. What's going on, Jennifer and Latasha? We see y'all. Tag a friend. Awesome. And apparently my connection is weak, which is weird. It's spinning a little bit. I'm at the studio where we have the best connection. So hopefully if it's pause on your end, go back out, come back in. Not sure why it's saying my connection is weak, but yeah, we're on the 5G and everything. So nevertheless, we're gonna keep going. Tag your friends, let everybody know. Transformation Tuesday. What's going on? What's going on? Hope I didn't freeze up on y'all. If I did, my apologies. I will name self Freeze. I'll be Mr. Freeze. Hey, so while you're coming in, and those that are watching the replay, make sure you tap replay. Let people know to find. That helps people find the live. Is when you put replay, it actually gives it more traction and puts it in the it gets it in the algorithm a little bit better. So if you're watching on replay, type replay. Also, this is week 7, and a couple of rounds back, me and my good friend Polly, man, we kind of brainstormed and came up with this idea for week 7 to be Coaches Appreciation Week, which we encourage you to make posts, just leaving a nice message to the coaches, man. They give so much. I see way more of their sacrifice on this side of the game. I mean, you as a client, you see them show up for you every day. But whenever but on this side of the game, behind closed doors, man, they sacrifice so much for you guys. And so I want if you feel it in your heart, man, drop a coaches appreciation post where you shout the coaches out and just let them know how much you appreciate them. Make it a post. Don't inbox and don't flood the inbox. But all right, y'all, we're going to get ready to get into this Transformation Tuesday. Today's guest is a good friend of mine, Miss Brenda. How you doing?
Doing fantastic. How's everybody doing today?
Yeah, I think they're doing well. They're popping in here. People still finding it alive. So, Brenda, we're going to jump right in. Introduce yourself. Tell me, I want to hear what was your fitness journey prior to E2M and then how you found E2M.
Oh, holy smokes. It probably started when I started having kids. I gained 80 pounds with my first baby. Wow. And never really lost it. By the time I had the third one, I was in the 200s. And when menopause hit, 230 came around. I tried everything under the sun. I don't know if you can see this or not, but I've got like every cookbook under the sun up there in my rack. So none of that worked, obviously. I did find one program that's similar to E2M, Women Warriors, and it had a lot of the same premise that we have in E2M, didn't have the social network. Without that, I think that was really the key to me progressing and moving forward. But I think the catalyst for me was, you would think having a stroke would have done it, but no, it was when my thyroid got jacked up and the doctor said I needed to take that little pill every day. And I was like, I don't want to take a pill every day. So I started doing some research and I found out that when you take thyroid pills, it actually stops your thyroid from working because it's telling your body you have enough thyroid, but it's not causing your cells to absorb the thyroid. It's just putting more in your bloodstream. So I was like, there's got to be a natural way to do this. So I started asking different people and ran across a friend who's like, you got to do E2M. You just got to try it. And it sounded similar to what I was already doing. And I'm like, hey, what the heck? I'll give it a shot. My first week, I lost 6 pounds. That first round, I lost 16 pounds. And then it just kept going from there. From there, it was like 4 to 6 pounds a week. A month around. So yeah, all in all, I'm down to like 165 now. So yay me.
That's awesome. That's
I was
awesome.
so excited when I got into Wonderland.
No, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So you said something, you kind of breezed past it. You said, having a stroke didn't stop you, but the thyroid did. So you had a stroke, is what you're saying?
Yes, I've actually had 3, 4. Yeah, I've had quite a few. So it's basically a blood clot that kind of gets stuck for a minute, and then it gets loose and then goes to my brain, and then it causes it. Fortunately, the first time I only lost my vision for a little while, and then I was paralyzed for a little bit, but then I got it back. So it didn't do enough damage to make it substantial, but it was like I had one year, I had one another year, and then it was a good, 7 years before I had the next one. So they really don't know what's causing the blood clots to form. So I don't know that. I do know that if I was 60 pounds heavier, it probably would be completely different outcomes.
Right.
So I'm just going to keep trying to do the best I can do and get as strong as I can be and as healthy as I can be. And my dog is just
the dog want to be on the interview too. No, so yeah, that's super significant, because Jeff always talks about being prepared for the what ifs, and if you were or if you weren't in a better better place, a better shape, the outcome could definitely be different. So I'm glad you touched on that. And you also mentioned something that I always like to go back and like pick through what you talk about, but you mentioned what separated us from something else, which was the community aspect, and and that's huge. And I want you to talk about that. Like, so did you immediately jump into the community? Were you hesitant? And like, how did that go?
I was very hesitant because, like I said, I was 230 pounds. Who wants to post a picture of yourself when you're 230 pounds? And it's funny because my sister has joined with me now, and she's like, I'm not going to post until I've lost all the weight. I'm like, that's not encouraging. You're going to post now while you're on your 30, so you can encourage somebody else. So I'm still working on it. Lori, this is a call out to you. I forgot the question. Oh, yeah. So I didn't post very much at first, and then I did listen to the lives every single night, and Jeff was so encouraging, and kind of miss him being on as much as he was on, because he's so funny and he would keep you really involved. And when he started talking about finding an accountability partner, I have a network of friends that are on Messenger, and we have formed our own little groups. And one person in particular, every night I texted her, and I probably drove her nuts initially, and just said, I've done this. And she kind of looked for me if I didn't respond and tell her what I was up to. And then I got into a bigger group. So now there's like, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 people in our group now. And I'm actually in several groups now. So it's kind of nice to be the one encouraging other people now, because I really needed that accountability in the beginning.
For sure.
When you're so sore, one of the things I did was I kept this cool little journal, and every day I wrote something in it. And when I look back now at the beginning, it's like depression and anxiety. I am sore. I don't feel like pushing through. And then a little while later, it's like, oh, I can button my shirt. Oh, I feel changes are happening. I don't have to hang on to anything when I'm doing lunges anymore. My ankles are getting stronger. My balance is better. So when I look back at this now, I crack up. But it's really cool to document your journey. So all you newbies out there, keep a journal. It's very cool.
That is excellent advice. Documenting your journey. That is excellent advice, because like you said, you can just watch your progression. I've known people to do that same way in the notebook. I'm a picture guy, so I take pictures almost daily. And that's why Yeah. So
Facebook is good for that, because stuff pops up, and it's like it was from 2 years ago, and it's like, oh, I don't even want to see that. I look like that.
Yes.
But it reminds you how far that you've come.
Absolutely. So, Facebook memories definitely will keep you, remind you of what you how far you've come, and yeah, that's really good. And that I think a lot of times, especially, you know, with an 8-week challenge, you know, you week by week, something is different, and documenting those things and writing those things down or taking picture, whatever your method may be. Definitely. I advise that. I see a lot of people really liking the journal idea. So you're inspiring people again.
Yep.
So,
and then when my labs came back good at the doctor, that was very exciting. And my thyroid, I remember the doctor, he's like, he was so pessimistic when I told him that I was going to do this diet and I was going to lose this weight and I wasn't going to take the medicine. He's like, I'm going to give you 3 months. Come back in 3 months. We'll see if there's any changes. In 3 months I came in, things started to change. And he's like, all right, I'm going to give you 6 months. 6 months. I think, was it 6 months or was it 9 months? It was within that early window. He started feeling my neck and he's like, I can't even. He's like, if you didn't tell, if I can have it in my chart right here that you had thyroid disease and you had a goiter at one point in time, he's like, I wouldn't believe it. He started calling in his interns. He's like, you guys got to come in here and see this. So lots of E2M plugs.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't only that. I was pre-diabetic and my A1C is good now. I had diverticulitis and I had almost been, actually I was hospitalized for that. It almost exploded. And so when it gets infected from stress, I do mortgages for a living. And so that's a very stressful line of work. And so he's like, you gotta limit your stress. I'm like, I can't limit my stress, but I can get more fit. That I can do. So I've been working on that. And my vitamin D levels were so low, they weren't even registering. Wow. And so all that, to have all that come back normal and them to tell you that you're healthy is really quite an amazing feat in a year and a half.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You can do it, guys. You can do it.
That's amazing.
And then I started running 5Ks. I'm like, never thought I would run unless someone was chasing me. But
I love it. No, that's amazing. That's what it's all about. Yeah, Jeff always says, man, it's not about necessarily having abs or whatever. It's about getting healthy. It's about changing your life for the better. And really taking time to be in better health. That's what it's all about. So, all right, so we getting ready to start wrapping this up. I do want you to kind of, you mentioned the 5Ks, and I want to shout out the Eager to Run folks. I do want you to kind of talk about that, like getting into the running world. What was that like?
Oh my gosh, that was hard. My ankles were not that strong. So when I first started, my ankles were really hurting a lot. And then I went into Fleet Feet and they fitted me for some good shoes. I got some really good inserts. And then I had a really hard time regulating my breathing to begin with. And then I started doing intervals. So it's like my husband said, all right, let's run 20 steps on, let's walk 20 steps. Let's run 20 steps, let's walk 20 steps. And that gave me enough time to get my heart rate regulated. And then I started watching it on my watch. And when it got up to a certain point, then I would back down. And then as soon as it was in a certain range, I would run again. And before I knew it, I was, able to run 3.5 miles with no problem. And now I've done the Cooper Bridge run, the 10K. And my husband just did an Ironman in Maine. Nice. And I hiked every mountain you can imagine with my daughter. So
that's beautiful.
Very fun to be able to keep up with her.
That's amazing. And that's what it's all about. It's about having those experiences with your daughter. It's about getting healthy. It's about being able to run and just get fit. So Brenda, this has been a great conversation. Definitely a pleasure to talk to you. I remember meeting you in Atlanta. But definitely a pleasure to interview you for the folks, and a lot of great comments. So anything you want to leave the folks before I pull you off the screen and close this out?
I'm going to say keep pushing play. Keep it simple. One of the things that I did when I first started was I would make a big salad, biggest salad that you can imagine. And then every day I would take some out for lunch when I'm going to work, and I'd take some out for dinner when I got home. It's so easy to just add a protein and a fat to that. And voila, simple. So I would say keep it simple. Get your accountability partner. Try new things. Try the kickboxing. Try the Tushy Tuesday. Try the Sunday Thunder. Try it all. You're going to find something that resonates with you. And then listen to the mental health coach. Those lives are so good and they're so inspirational. And you will pick a nugget out of something all the time.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. You do well for us. We appreciate that. Thank you again, Brent.
I'm very, very, very grateful. Thank you so very much for all that you do for everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you again. I'm gonna pull you up the screen to close this out. All right, gang. That is another. I'm about to say Tushy Tuesday. It's not. It is actually a Transformation Tuesday. Another Transformation Tuesday in the books, man. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. I actually see a lot of really positive comments in the comment section. Thank you guys for listening, and I'm glad this is encouraging. I'm glad this motivated a lot of people. Also want to remind you again, this is week 7, Coaches Appreciation Week unofficially. So make that post. Just thanking the coaches, man. Like I said, they sacrifice so much. Not only on the physical side, even on the mental side, by answering questions. It's funny, the people that ask the most questions aren't even the people that are watching the lives and getting the information. So show them some love this week. Make sure that they know how much we appreciate them. And until next Tuesday, which will be the last one of this round, we'll see you then. All right, peace.